everybody, Reddit's not dead. The whole internet lied to you. Hello friends, welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content. On today, we are continuing some of this Reddit Blackout drama, overcharging for API keys. To give you a quick rundown, Reddit decided to start charging to communicate with their website, because these things cost bandwidth, don't you know? Because of these extra costs being incurred, some third-party apps had to shut down, so some Reddit users decided to shut down their subreddits. A lot of the moderators there depend on the API for their mod tools or whatever, I guess was their reasoning. Reddit's next move was to then say, okay, the API can be free or less costly. Free for mods, less costly for people with a disability. Some people might say being a Reddit moderator is a disability.
I'm a mod, I have power, I'm in control.
But not me. So yeah, this blackout went on for 2 days, then some moderators decided to keep it going indefinitely, just completely shutting down their subreddits essentially. So the CEO took maneuvers and started removing the mods, reinstating some new ones. Since that is sort of what Reddit does if a subreddit is unmoderated. Okay, you've walked away from it, we'll give it to somebody else. It happened to r/datinghell. I guess it's not completely unprecedented. So yes, like I predicted in the Reddit Blackout video, the whole thing really is going to turn into a nothing burger. What is the moderator's next move? Well, friends, it's this post that we're about to get into right now. From hobby to forced labor. Yep, this is really the route we're going, okay. Reddit's unyielding stance on exploitative practices. Bro, you realize, like, you don't have to be a moderator, right? You can walk away at any time, so remind me how it's forced labor again. I guess we're gonna get into the post and dissect it deeply as we do. Dear Redditors, today I write to you as the creator of r/unexpected. A subreddit that has brought laughter, surprise, and joy to countless users for over a decade. Well, thank you very much for your services. You created one of the most popular subreddits. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. I'm not gonna do that voice the whole time. So recent events have shed light on Reddit's unyielding stance and its refusal to negotiate, leaving us trapped in a new reality of forced labor. Wow, that sounds like a terrifying new reality that we don't really live in. You could just hand it off. You realize that, right? Matter of fact, why don't we go over to the profile page there and see what other moderation communities you got. Oh, look, make new friends here, wasted gifts, onion lovers. It sounds like you're loading. Oh, there's that word again. Schadenfreude. Schadenfreude. I'm practicing my pronunciation. There's a sub for that gift battle. Out of the jerk. I don't know what that is. But yeah, there's some larger subreddits there that you've piled on your plate. And now we're getting the woe is me story. All this forced labor that I voluntarily took on. Come on, man. You can't be for real right now. For over a week. Oh, I'm doing the voice again. Over a week, we stood united in protest against sudden changes to the Reddit API. Yes, we delved deeply into that. These changes threaten to block the usage of third-party apps that many users and moderators rely on due to the flaws of the official Reddit app. And probably the overwhelming amount of moderation tasks that comes from even just relatively small subreddit. I think we got like 2,000 people in r/ReddX reads. And yeah, some weird craps gets posted there, I'ma tell you. So I can't see how you'd be slightly flooded, is what I'm saying. These apps have become indispensable tools for our community, enabling seamless engagement, moderation, and content sharing. Okay, but all we actually care about is the moderation part, right? That's the part you're trying to sell me on, right? I did say in the previous video that the Reddit app, yeah, it's pretty trash, honestly. But the fact that you've included like content sharing and engagement and all this stuff kind of makes me think that you want it for more than just moderation. if they handed you a bare bones app that delivered mod messages and notifications, whatever, directly to the app for free, would that be good enough? Or did we just collect a bunch of stickers on Apollo and now we don't want it to shut down? I'm just asking questions here. OP continues. As devoted creators, we have poured our hearts and souls into nurturing our subreddits, treating them as beloved hobbies. We took immense pride in fostering a vibrant community where the unexpected could be celebrated. However, Reddit's response to our protest has been deeply disappointing. They walk away. I don't want to walk away. I want to complain.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
Come on, dude. You've admitted to yourself already that it's a hobby, and now you're going to flip it around in the same post and try to say it's not that anymore because... This is a really weird hill to die on. I'm going to tell you that much. What the hell is this? Let's say, just for instance, that Reddit doesn't charge for the API anymore. They continue to bleed money. They shut down the site. Now everybody loses. Do you see that? You're shooting holes in the boat that we're all on here. Anyways, after a week of silence, Reddit finally reached out to us, but not with an intention to negotiate or address our concerns. Instead, they firmly demanded that we reopen our subreddits immediately. They made it abundantly clear that they had no interest in engaging in a meaningful dialogue or acknowledging the value of our unpaid labor. And yet, here you sit. How many moderators does r/unexpected have? Tell me that. 9 besides yourself? 5 besides yourself that have permission to do everything? If you really were that pressed about it, I'd suggest walking away. The subreddit won't go away. You built a thing that's bigger than yourself, and sometimes it's just time to let go, you know? Please don't insist on holding on to this forever. That's something only a teeny tiny person would do, isn't it? It would have been nice if they played softball and they're like, here's your meaningful dialogue. Let's pretend that we're both equal in power here. But really, they're the ones running the site. So it's time to put up or shut up as far as I'm concerned. It's like, okay, you really want some things to change? Then you need to stop using Reddit. But you can't. You're stuck here. We're all stuck here. Truth of the matter is that Reddit does provide a service. Like I've said before, if you don't want to watch a video tutorial on something, somebody has written it all out on Reddit. I learned everything I know about Stable Diffusion via Reddit posts. There are YouTube videos on it, but my brain just doesn't work that way. To really process something, I need to see the words. So yeah, when they come down and say, reopen the subreddits, it's time to hop to or get to stepping. Anyways, it is important to emphasize the gravity of this situation. Reddit is treating us, the passionate creators and moderators, as if we were criminals, holding our own subreddits hostage. Yeah, the subreddit doesn't actually belong to you. All you did is click create and it happened on the site, okay? I know you nurtured it and all that stuff helped it to grow, but at the end of the day, who's hosting it? Who's making sure it's up 24/7? If anything, we could flip that around and make the argument that Reddit is forced to host this content. Obviously, they probably make a lot of their money back from something as big as r/unexpected. But for the smaller, super niche subreddits, yeah, they are sort of being forced to host that content. This subreddit is not your child, and if it is, then I think that hobby, as you called it, is rather obsessive. Essentially, what I'm saying is, pick a side, you know? This is not how you build a persuasive argument. Oh, it's just a hobby, but also it's my child. Jesus. OP rambles on. This refusal to negotiate and the imposition of their will upon us highlights a distressing reality. Reddit is forcing us into a new paradigm of forced labor, where our efforts are taken for granted and our voices are silenced.
You serious?
Everybody's looking for a battle to fight, but I guarantee you this ain't the one. You look stupid right now. Please just sit down. Walk away if you feel you really need to. From a business standpoint, I see exactly why Reddit wasn't willing to sit down and pretend to negotiate. What is your bargaining chip here? I have this illusory control of a subreddit I made one time. No, dude, they're admins. They'll boot you in a second. It's so sad watching this flailing about. Obviously, you did get a voice. You're still allowed to post and everything like that. But if your efforts truly are being taken for granted, you should be walking out the door immediately. Continuing on, Reddit disregards the countless hours we invest, treating us as disposable pawns in their pursuit of profit and control. I don't know what to tell you, man. Welcome to the real world.
Get a life.
You're seeking control of your own, I think. You can at least identify with them on that front, can't you? But as soon as they start winning, you want to step back and be like, oh, look at what they're doing to me. Even this post is some form of like exerting your power. I gotta be honest, it comes across as inherently deranged. If I was that offended, I would pack it in an instant. I'd be like, I don't need to sit here for this. But no, you seem to want everything to go just your way, so you can win. The Reddit API for moderator tools has been announced as free, okay? Is that enough of a win? No, you just want the thing that you had back? Well, it's not gonna happen. Cry all you want in the post, I guess. And let me be clear, I'm no big fan of Reddit or anything like that. If it all burns to the ground, I'll find something else to do, that's fine. I threw my punches in the first video when we talked about this, but that was like an actual exchange, you know? A real back and forth. You can quite easily suss out who is morally right and morally wrong, but the question is who is legally right and who is legally wrong. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they own the site, they own the infrastructure. What they say goes, and you either gotta play ball or bail. But you wanna have your cake and eat it too, right? The post hardly makes any new points at all. It doesn't have any demands or requests, it's just screeching into a microphone. Which I identify with, but at least you try to make it have a point, right? They get up there like, hey everybody, forced labor is bad. And everybody's like, yeah. And they're like, and Reddit's forcing me to do labor. It's like, no. I'm pretty sure you chose this. And you can unchoose it at any point. Our final paragraph. Dear Reddit, it is disheartening to witness your dismissive stance. We had hoped for a fair and respectful partnership, where our contributions as subreddit creators and moderators would be recognized and valued. Instead, we're faced with an oppressive reality where our labor is exploited without negotiation or consent. Sincerely, 5020, I think is what that is. Google confirms. Still remember my Roman numerals? Roman numerals. Jesus. My brain is melting. I will give you the thing about their dismissive stance. It's not a great look, but the proper answer for a lot of corporations is to just sweep things under the rug. Resolve it as quickly and quietly as possible. I don't know how Reddit has awarded creators or moderators in the past. Like I said, we got 2,000 people in r/ReddX reads, and I've not seen any recognition or value. Come on, Reddit, what's wrong with you? Recognize me. Some things you just do for the love of the game, OP. And if the game ain't for you anymore, then it's time to step away. I think that is perfectly valid, but you want to sit here and complain that they didn't negotiate when you really have nothing to negotiate with. It's like, I created this thing. It's like, yeah, but they could just hand it to somebody else. Do you want to hang on to your imaginary power? Then you gotta play ball. Sorry to say it. This is how the world works sometimes. I think members of your community and such have recognized you. If that's not reward enough, then I really don't know what to tell you. I am of the mind that Reddit is not beholden to anybody who clicks the create subreddit button. In the comments, we can see the last dying shouts of the Blackout protests. Somebody's like, delete the subreddit. If you can't delete it, I'm a pine cone for not knowing you can't just delete a Reddit community. Yeah, a total pine cone. You're so quirky and fun, Hot Dog Pizza the Hut. Why don't you edit your post 9 more times so we can add more witty banter, instead of just replying like a normal human being? Oh boy, I said I was gonna be nicer. He's doing the best he can. I can't discern the actual reason that he's undertaken this fight. But I mean, there does have to be a reason for Jannies to keep sweeping, you know? They're getting some sort of recognition or kickback, even if they won't say so in the initial post. Guy makes the same suggestion. Any apps which include or promote adult content will not be passed by Apple. Make all subreddits filled up with porn and the app might get yeeted off the Play and Apple stores. Yeah, then you can't access Reddit anywhere. What a win! You really would rather see it burnt to the ground than have it just the way you want it? It's pathetic, honestly. Luckily, I mostly use Reddit for my computer anyways. You can start sabotaging what you built. Make every subreddit not safe for work. Open all subreddits to spam and bots and don't mod anything unless it's a TOS violation of Reddit. Yeah, and then you'll be an absentee moderator and get removed. I think that's what OP is trying to avoid. We could open the floodgates to all the PG and safe for work subreddits to be filled with adult content. That would drive the valuation down of Reddit and basically ruin their monetary evaluation. Hell yeah, dude. And then when Reddit shuts down, where are you gonna go? You're gonna be one of those 4chan Reddit fugees? It's about the saddest thing I've ever seen. Dude continues reiterating his point. Adult content, everything would drive the value of Reddit down. And also the amount of cleanup would take a lot of time. Nah, not really. Assign a new Janny. They get to sweep it too. Yes, I know. Are you of the mind that there is a lack of power-hungry weirdos on Reddit? There's dozens of these power moderators. We're gonna get into Mirari 01 quite shortly here. Suffice it to say, Reddit moderators are not the ideal human specimen. Obviously no illegal content, but boobs and dogs showing up here and there would mess the subreddit up. Yeah, it might also mess up the children that scroll these websites.
Oh, I think I know what you'll like.
If you can't have what you built, it's better to burn what you built before they take it. Wow, he's a real internet revolutionary, isn't he? I'm so tempted to deep dive on his profile, but I won't. Not until I get at least one power mod out. I don't want to seem like I'm punching down too much. Edit 4, call it Operation NSFW all of Reddit. Yeah, we're gonna need to workshop that title a little bit. That's possibly the worst code name I've ever heard. If the majority of Reddit becomes adult content, the website itself would fall under more government regulations because now it's a porn site primarily, with some non-adult content. For example, Pornhub has a comment section where people can talk about things, but it's a porn site first. Hey yo, Hot Dog Pizza the Hut, exactly how much time do you spend arguing in the Pornhub comment sections? Just out of curiosity, like a weekly average would be good for me. I'm gonna put that right into the Excel sheet. Trace amounts of science. Edit 7, can I count? I don't think you can do a lot of things. The bar is pretty low at this point, I gotta say. Prime example of how this could be effective. People in the comments said porn bots. Nah, screw that. Almost got fired Tuesday because of that stupid crap. See? People would not be able to be on Reddit at work because of the porn.
What does that have to do with it?
No. He's got a point.
Oh, now you've pieced it all together for me. It's the dumbest argument I've ever heard. Again, proof this might have other fallout. Yeah, maybe. This imaginary thing that'll never happen. Not to mention everyone on Reddit would totally have to be 18. Well, considering some of the things I've seen on Reddit, I don't think that's the worst idea in the world. But I mean, even a broken clock is right twice a day, you know? Also, people come up with cool operation names in the comments. Oh God, somebody kill me. You really are just, please go touch some grass, okay? It's not healthy to be online this much. And that's coming from me. I'm online more than anybody I know. Operation names in the comments. Oh. Edit 8. Can you have an app on the Apple Store and the Play Store if it's an adult website? Yeah, you haven't researched any of this before you started spewing facts, did you? Edit 9 to Luke Skywalker, porn is our only hope. R-A-R-E. Oh, Jesus. How old is this person? What is happening right now? I gotta look at the profile. I can't help myself. Yeesh, bro. A lot of gun memes. The fact that this man can own a firearm. I'm rethinking everything right now. Generally, I'm pro Second Amendment, but not for that guy. Put him on a list or something. This is not gonna end well. OP responds to this maniac saying you can't delete a subreddit. If the current mods won't play along, they'll replace them with some bootlickers. Yeah, you guys totally aren't bootlickers. We'll never bend the knee for the people that run this site. And then when we're kicked off, we'll consider it a grave injustice. Bootlicker scabs, whatever you gotta call them. It's fine. Like I said, Reddit will keep rolling forward. It's inevitable in business. OP finishes with, this sub will be here, but it'll change. Oh no, not change. Can I still go there to post and find unexpected videos and GIFs? Oh, I can. Then what has changed, essentially? To drive home the point of just how high and mighty these moderators think they are without any actual power, let's look at this quote from Lear H. Pa. They're replying to a comment that says, look, mods didn't create the community. The community was there and created itself. Y'all delete comments and spam. I mean, yeah, essentially. It's different on something like YouTube. You've got like big personalities, some names get bigger than others, and those personalities are integral to the backbone of the channel. But for mods, no really dude, probably nobody looks in that sidebar. Nobody knows who you are. And then Lear says, well yes and no. This is a complicated subject. It's really not. But I'll hear you out for the sake of, I don't know, helping you feel like you were having a fair and balanced negotiation. The community is created by the people who participate in it. I'm not talking about the initial act of creation. I'm talking about the continuous creation, with dramatic pause and all. And recreation that happens every day as people interact within the community. We build it as we go. And your part of the building process is taking apart the not nice comments and the spam, right? I guess it counts a little bit somewhat. I'll allow it. Go ahead, continue. As a moderator, I am unusually visible, which means that my actions, my word choices, my tone, the way I treat other people has more influence than individuals who are less visible. Yeah, you feel more visible when you're a subreddit moderator, huh? This wonderful community that we built with flair that drops a gamer F word in it is just providing you the attention that your parents never did. Am I reading all this correctly? This imposes on me an obligation to be more careful, to go out of my way to be kinder in my presentation. More obviously focused on the community as such than I might be if I were an individual contributor. Yeah, dude, you're definitely the main character. This whole subreddit, whatever the hell it was built with you in mind. You're integral. You're the backbone. If you left, it would all crumble tomorrow. No, that's true, you see? It's sarcasm. It's hyperbole. Are you picking that up? OP continues, but I and my fellow mods aren't the sole authors of the community. The entire body of people who participate in the community are what creates it. Okay, good. That's almost admitting the truth to yourself. Almost. I am a guardian and a protector and a shepherd.
Get the fuck out of here.
What did you just say? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Reddit mod with the smallest ego. Are you serious right now? You put those words down, you reread it, you hit submit, and you didn't think anybody would think twice about it. It's really weird, bro. Why you gotta say things like that, bro? But my moral obligation here is to help guide the community where it wants to go. And it's not much different from the moral obligation I assume by participating in a community in the first place. I don't know, man. Okay, whatever you gotta tell yourself, just stop talking to me. I can't read this brain slop anymore. You're getting way too deep into semantics, and I swear, nobody gives a shit, all right? I should act in a way that helps the community and the members in it be our best selves and behave in the ways that will get us what we want out of the community. Yes, this community that is so much bigger than me, but I am the central focus. Let's get that clear. You have overextended, overextrapolated, overexplained absolutely everything. You know what it means to be a moderator of a subreddit, the face of a community? Not much. Not much at all. I've said since the beginning, I'm just a humble vessel. I convey stories and things to you. Sometimes I give out a spicy take, good or bad. But I think the original comment had it correct. The community sort of creates itself. I just managed to luck out and have like a bunch of funny, smart, caring, compassionate people show up to my community for whatever reason. Maybe it's just the vibe, you know, but as a subreddit moderator, you don't even get to create a vibe, except by tearing down things that people have already put up, which of course is just the worst way to build anything. You can't build stuff by removing things. Whatever. Original commenter returns with the best reply. I am a guardian, a protector, and a shepherd. That might be the funniest thing I have ever read. You're a volunteer mod on the internet. You block trolls and delete spam. But not just that. Also the guardian thing that I said. Don't forget that. It's sad in a way. Teeny tiny people in a teeny tiny little world. I'm gonna say this with all the love in the world, okay? You're an unpaid janitor. You're not an internet warrior, a guardian or a protector. Oh, thank God that spam bot didn't get in. Whew. You realize you can set up auto mod to just remove posts that get downvoted low enough? I think you don't have any involvement in the community. Then literally the community is self-governing, which I think is the best thing in the world. We've tried that before. It was an abject failure, but on paper it does look awesome, doesn't it? This is exactly the type of moderator that Reddit needs to get rid of. You've gotten too big for your britches there, son. And now it's time for a reality check. What can I say? It's sad that you didn't feel you got the validation that you deserved, but if that truly were the case, then why not walk away? This whole thing's been a ridiculous and probably pointless update to the entire situation. I suspect that it will fizzle out within the next week and nobody will talk about it again. But hey, that's okay. You watched the video and I appreciate that much from you. I hope that you could like, comment, and or subscribe as well. Come up with some cool codename operations in the comment section. Oh boy. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. Follow me on social media. We could hang out some more. You can also support me monetarily on Patreon, YouTube memberships. The thanks button is down there. $1 of your dollars is like a few of mine, so I don't know. Help me out a little bit. I know this video ain't gonna fly to the moon or anything like that, but it was a fun one to make. And now I'm probably done talking about it forever. So I hope you enjoyed it. Join us tomorrow for something completely different, and keep yourself safe out there. Until then, friends, remember to wash your hands, and always remember that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, friends, bye-bye.
It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.